welcome to this yoga flow for flexibility with me. My name's Jess, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a yoga practice that's going to be lower body flexibility focused, mainly on the hips and hamstrings. This flow is going to be mixed levels, so I shall be sure to offer options throughout the practice to make sure we can all enjoy the poses. We're going to be starting today's practice in an easy seat, so when you're ready, roll out your mats and I'll see you there. Okay, coming down to your mat. You can cross at the ankles or you can lay one foot on top of the other like I am here. You can sit up on a block or a cushion to lift the hips if you need. It can help you sit up a little taller in the spine. And just take a minute to situate yourself. Sitting up, as I say, nice and tall in the spine. Relax your shoulders and just rest your hands on your knees. You can close your eyes here or soften your gaze. And slowly, as always, we start to deepen our breath, coming into this practice, into this moment, forgetting the day you've had so far or the day that you've got ahead of you. Just really being present in the moment, taking a minute to ground down. And focus on the sound of your breath, elongating your inhale and your exhale, slow and steady. Relax the skin in between your eyebrows. Relax your shoulders down. And try to release any tension that you may be holding on to. Take one final deep breath in. Open your mouth and sigh it out. Slowly open your eyes and let's get moving. Take your fingertips down to the mat and just walk your hands forward. So that we're coming to this nice fold here. You want to hinge forwards at the hips and keep a nice straight spine. Do your best to keep your hips grounded on the mat here. It's just opening up the hips a little bit. It's nice and gentle. We're not forcing anything. Take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, walk your hands to the right hand side. Turn your torso to face your right thigh. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale to bow the crown of the head. You can take your hands, forearms down to the mat. Inhale here. And exhale. Fully and completely. Use your hands to press yourself back up to a seat. And we switch legs. So bring your left foot on top of your right. Or if your legs were crossed, you can switch the cross. Inhale to lift up in the spine. And as you breathe out, walk your hands forward, coming into a fold. Hinging forwards at the hips, keep a nice straight spine. Take a deep breath in. And exhale to walk your hands to the left, turning your torso to face the left thigh. Take a nice deep breath in when you get there. And exhale to fold forwards. You can come down onto your forearms if they reach. If they don't, no worries. Doing your best to ground your hips as best you can. Inhale here. And exhale. Use your hands to press yourself back up to a seat. And uncross your ankles. Bring the soles of your feet together for Baddha Konasana. If you feel like this is a little bit too intense on the hips, you can move your feet further away from your body and increase the distance. This should help take some of the pressure off the hips here. Inhale wherever you are in your Baddha Konasana. And exhale to open the elbows and lean your torso forwards. Nice and gentle. Again, keeping that nice flat back, straight spine, just hinging forwards at the hips. Grabbing the ankles. And take a nice deep breath in. And exhale. Release your ankles and come back up to a seat. Keep the soles of your feet together in your Baddha Konasana and bring your hands to heart center, lifting up through the spine. Again, if you find this is quite tricky and you feel like your knees are starting to sort of lift up and come in, then you can, again, as I said before, extend the distance and it should allow you to sit up nice and tall quite comfortably. Wherever you are, again, sitting up nice and tall. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Fully and completely. Lift your right foot very slightly off the mat. You may have to lean back slightly. If you have to, that's all good. Just strengthening the hip muscles. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to send our right foot back and behind us into our deer pose. So bringing your right leg into this right angle position. Inhale to lift up. And exhale to lean your torso forward. You can take your hands down to the mat. Inhale here. And exhale to walk your hands back up to a seat. Bring your hands back to heart center and replace your right foot back to meet the left into your Baddha Konasana. If you need to use your hands to get your foot there, that's all good. Or you can try and do it without. Inhale here. And exhale, slowly lift the left foot, floating it just off the mat. Nice deep breath in. And exhale to send your left foot behind you, coming into your deer pose on the other side. Nice big breath in, sit up tall in the spine. And exhale to walk your hands forward into a fold. Inhale. And exhale to sit yourself back up. Bring your hands back to heart center. And if you can, lift the foot and bring it back to meet the right. Again, if you need to use your hands to get your foot there, that's all good. Inhale. And exhale, we do the same on the other side. Right foot comes back to your deer pose. And lean your torso forward, coming into your fold. Nice deep breath in. And exhale to walk your hands back up and replace your foot back down, if you can, in one sweeping motion. Switching sides. Send your left foot back. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And exhale to walk the hands forward into your fold. Inhale, we come all the way back up, hands to heart center. And exhale to replace your left foot to meet the right, back to your Baddha Konasana. Nice. Stay, pause for a breath. Inhale. And exhale to catch the ankles, open the elbows and fold forwards. You can bow the crown of the head down. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Slowly we roll back up to a seat and we come to tabletop position, all fours. So turning to face the long side of the mat. Hands come under the shoulders, knees under the hips, pressing into the tops of both feet. Pull the pit of your belly in and up so that your spine is nice and long, not allowing our belly to drop down here. Really want to keep a nice neutral spine. Press all 10 fingertips into the mat. This will help take the weight out of your wrists. On your next breath in, we're going to lift the right foot. Keep your right knee bent, sole of the right foot up towards the sky. Careful you're not splaying open in the hip. You really want to keep your hips nice and even. Lift your right foot, squeeze your glutes. And then as you're ready, we're going to start to draw circles with the knee here. So coming up, out to the side and down. Inhale to lift and exhale to bring it back down. Slow and steady. We do one more, then we switch directions. So when you're ready, back and down. Inhale to lift out to the side, back and down. Do two more. And then slowly replace your right knee down and we go on the other side. When you're ready, reset and inhale to lift the left foot, sole of the left foot up towards the sky. And we slowly start to draw circles with the left knee, inhaling to lift out to the side and exhale down. Do one more this way and then switch direction. So bringing the foot down, out and back, down, out and back. Inhale to lift out and exhale to lower the leg. Do two more. And then slowly replace your left knee down back to your tabletop position. From here, we're going to step our right foot forward in between our hands, coming into our low lunge. You can walk your left knee back a little bit if you'd like a little bit more of a stretch. And keep the fingertips on the ground just for a breath here whilst we find our footing, pressing into the top of your back foot and grounding down through all four corners of that right foot for stability. Inhale and exhale to sink the hips. You want your right knee stacked over your right ankle. And then we inhale, lift the torso all the way up, reach your fingertips up and overhead. You can keep your hands down on your knee if you need that extra stability, or again, you can reach them up and overhead. Inhale to take a breath in here. And exhale to send the hips forward and down. Take one cycle of breath. And then as you breathe out, slowly hands come back down to frame your right foot, and we send the hips back, straighten your right knee, coming into our half split. Flex your right toes up towards the sky and pull back on your right hip crease. Inhale to lift up through the spine. And exhale, folding forwards, forehead to shin. Inhale. And exhale. Pivot on the back knee and turn to face the left side of the mat. Send your hips back so that you're sitting on your left heel and extend the right knee and extend the right leg, right toes facing up towards the sky, and take your torso forwards, walking the hands forwards for a nice fold here. Should feel a generous stretch all down the back of your right thigh and inner thigh. Inhale here. And exhale to fold. Option to come down to the forearms if they meet the mat. No worries if they don't. Take a deep breath in. And an exhale, coming all the way back up. Lift the hips, send them forward and bend back into that right knee. And we come into our extended side angle. So take your right elbow onto the top of your right thigh and reach the left hand up and overhead, sending the hips forward and down. If you want more of a stretch, you can take your right hand down to the inside of your right foot, spiraling the chest open here. Inhale and exhale, fully and completely. Turn your torso to face your right thigh, pivot on the back knee, and step your right foot back to your tabletop position. And we reset. So when you're ready, we step the left foot forwards, coming into our low lunge, Anjali-asana on the other side. You can walk your back knee back here. And then have both fingertips down on the mat just for a breath. As we find ourselves on the left side. Inhale. And exhale to sink the hips. On your next breath in, reach your fingertips forward and up. You can rest your hands on your knee, or you can keep your hands lifted. Inhale and exhale. Fully and completely. Bring the fingertips back down to the mat. We send our hips back into our half split on the other side. Flex your left foot, straighten the knee. You can keep a micro bend in that left knee if needed. Inhale to lift the chest and look forward. And then exhale to fold the forehead down, forehead to the shin, pulling back on that left hip. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. We pivot on the back knee, turn your torso to face the long side of the right hand side of your mat. And then we send the hips back onto the right heel. Extend the left knee. And inhale to walk the hands forward, coming into our fold on the other side. Inhale to flex your left toes up towards the sky. And exhale, option to come down to the forearms once again, if that is available to you. Inhale here. And exhale. Use your hands to press yourself back up, lift the hips, bend back into that left knee, and we come into our extended side angle on the other side. So using your left elbow to come to the top of your left knee, reach your right hand up and overhead and send the hips forward. Spiral the chest open, option to take your left hand down to the inside of your left ankle if that's available to you. Spiraling open, you can take your gaze up. Take a breath in and a long breath out. Slowly we release. Coming back forward to your low lunge. So framing the left foot. Walk your left foot to the outside of the left-hand side of the mat. Pick up the back knee and step the right foot forwards. Have both feet as wide as your yoga mat, toes coming off the edge of the mat. Lower the hips. We come into our Malasana deep squat. You can place a block underneath your hips here. If you struggle to ground the heels, you can place a rolled up blanket underneath your heels here. This will help you lift up through the spine. And bring your hands to heart center, using the elbows to press the knees open. Pause in your Malasana. Let me take 3 deep breaths here. Slowly use your hands to come back down to a tabletop position. Bring your right foot forwards into your lunge and walk your right foot to the left-hand side of the mat. Allow your right knee to fall to the right-hand side and send the hips down, coming into your pigeon pose, rolling onto the top of that left thigh. You can bring your right heel closer to your body if that feels good. For more of an intense stretch, you can push your heel further away from your body. Find what feels good for you. Maybe you need a little block or cushion or blanket underneath your right hip. Inhale to lift up through the chest. And exhale. Option from here is to come down to the forearms once again. And then you can bring your forehead down to the mat. Make a pillow with your hands for sleeping pigeon. We'll be here for 3 deep breaths. Slowly, when you're ready, use your hands to press yourself back up. And we switch sides, pick the back knee up and step back to your tabletop position and switch sides. Bring the left foot forward, shuffle the left foot to the right and allow the knee to fall. Coming into your pigeon pose on the other side. Take your time, no need to rush. Inhaling to roll on top of the right thigh and lift the chest. And exhale. Option from here is to come down to the forearms, or again you can come all the way down, forehead to the mat for sleeping pigeon. Choose your pigeon and stay there for 3 deep breaths. Slowly, when you're ready, lift the forehead, press yourself back up. Coming onto the left hip, swing your right leg round and come back to a seat. You can place one shin on top of the other, or you can cross at the ankles. Sitting up nice and tall in the spine, relax your shoulders down away from your ears. And let's close this practice here with 3 breaths together. So wherever you are in your breath cycle, blow it all the way to the bottom. Close your eyes and seal your lips. Inhale deeply through your nose. Open your mouth. Sigh it out. 2 more just like that. Slowly open your eyes if they were closed. Thank you so much for joining me today for this yoga for lower body flexibility. I really hope you enjoyed it, and it helps to loosen up your hips and hamstrings. If you enjoyed this class, please don't forget to like the video, leave me a little comment, and also subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you for next class, and have a lovely day.